Hola amigos, ¿cómo están?
Hi guys, it's Bonnie and Wes, and we are here with our spin on body image because, yeah, it's a hot topic.
It is.
We just came from a really fun movie.
Yeah, we saw I Feel Pretty
I feel so
by
pretty.
Amy Schumer. I had a problem
Yeah,
pronouncing
he
her
had a
name
problem
earlier.
pronouncing it.
But it was a really great movie. It, like I said, talked about body image and just one girl story. You want to talk about it?
Well, it's just a really positive message. So this girl, without giving the whole movie away, she falls off a bike at SoulCycle. I don't know why we're laughing. It's hot. And she hits her head, and it distorts the way that she sees herself. So by society standards, and she works in the beauty industry, and so by society standards, she is not considered beautiful, I guess, or ideal. She's and so she begins to see herself as this amazingly physically beautiful woman. And so she starts to behave that way. She starts to walk into a room with confidence, and she expects that people are going to listen to her and that are going to want to be around her and that they're that men are going to want to date her. And
dreams are coming true.
Yeah, and what she doesn't realize is that it has nothing to do, the way she looks hasn't changed. It's the way she's carrying herself and the confidence that she's projecting that's drawing people to her. And so it really kind of hit home with us for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, I think we both have had our shares of positive and negatives with body image and interactions with people regarding body image, and it's something that, like I said, it's a sensitive topic for people to discuss, but it's important. And I feel like in this day and age, it's something that people are trying to move towards that more positive outlook on life, but there still is a lot of negative and a lot of fakeness around some of that. And so, just my own personal experience, just being part of, the gay community, growing up, it was very hard for me to really want to be a part of it, because I felt like I was always being judged, I was always being looked at. If I was not a size 29, wearing a size small shirt, I just felt like I wasn't going to be considered or even looked at. I felt, it took me a while to realize that it's completely silly, but it was the reality of what was being pushed onto me. And it's tough, and it's really shallow to even think that, but when you're younger and that's what's being told to you, it's hard to learn that that's not important, because that's also the age where you're growing as a person and finding who you are. And now I'm like, girl, I got that down. Like, I'm cool. But it took work, and it took me to realize what I was worth,
And I think for women, it's even harder. Well, I don't want to say harder because I've never been a gay man, but contrary to popular, I think it's hard because women are not supposed to age.
Yeah, there definitely is that double standard. So
yeah, so I think if you are aging and letting yourself age naturally, then you're judged for letting yourself go. If you are, having work done, then you're judged for being, too hung up on your looks. If you exercise a lot, you're, judged for having exercise anorexia. I think someone told me I had one time. So you can't win. I mean, it's really hard. And
talk about Miss Ripa.
I'm gonna. Don't get me started.
Watch out.
So Kelly Ripa was, her husband posted a photo of her while they were on vacation, a private family vacation, and she was standing in the ocean, and she was in her bikini, and she looked adorable, and her husband took a picture of her and shared it on Instagram. I mean,
everybody
that's
does.
what husbands do. And so the feedback, all the comments from all the haters were that she, you couldn't deny that she was in fabulous shape. I mean, she's got a body, but
she's ripped.
Ripa's ripped. But the comments were that she was too old to be wearing a bikini because she's 47. I'm 47, and I see no problem with wearing a bikini if you want to wear a bikini.
I think that's one of the things that, because, our clientele, a lot of them are women, and that's one of the things that I hear a lot about. It's like, oh, well, I'm, over 40, I can't do this or I can't do that. I'm too old to do that, and it drives me crazy because I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's one of the reasons what I admire the most about you is that you break that stereotype. You did your first half marathon when you were, how old were you when you did the first 44? 44, and you know, you ride.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
You ride 100 miles, and I mean, she keeps up with me, and so.
I know my first triathlon at 47.
I know.
46, yeah.
It's just like, you know, that's part of the reason why we chose, you know, it's never too late to change your life. It's part of our slogan because it's never is, and you know, breaking that mentality that society puts on women. I feel like it's so important to just dissolve that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't. You're as young as you feel. You're as old as you feel, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be the best version of you, whatever that version is. It doesn't mean that you have to be 5'11" with legs up to your neck and a certain, you know, bust size and certain measurements and have long blonde hair. I mean, you have to be comfortable with being you, and whatever that you is. 9 times out of 10, it's me in a baseball cap and dirty hair like I have today. But that's, you know, I feel totally comfortable like that because it is who I am. I'm not trying to, you know. But I think you have to understand what you have to offer, and I don't think you can do these things for the wrong reason.
Yeah, and you know, I think one of the most sexiest things about somebody is just confidence. Somebody who knows who they are and is happy with who they are. I mean, everyone, you know, always wants to be better, but define what better means and what it's for. Like, I want to, you know, I work out to be better for myself. I want to be healthy. I want to live a long life. I want to be able to run around with my niece, you know, when she's 20. You know, I want to be there for those events. And so that's why I do this. I do it because I know it's better for me, and I don't do it for anybody else, truly.
Right.
I don't.
And same. I mean, you know, when we first started trying to, when I told you I wanted to do a half marathon, and you're like, okay, let's do it. And I'd never done, you know, I think I'd run more than 3 miles at that point. And so we started training, and I started running a lot, and I accidentally lost about 7 pounds in the process.
Yeah, which is a lot for
Which
you.
is a lot for me.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it kind of became a topic of discussion around town, apparently, and you know, people would literally walk up to me in public and say, you need to eat a cheeseburger. You look horrible. One woman told me to go home, take my clothes off, look in the mirror, and tell her if I thought I looked pretty.
And
which might be the meanest thing anyone's ever said to me. But I think, you know, it was like, gosh, all I'm trying to do is run a half marathon. You know, so it's a bucket list thing. Everybody relax. I'm not, you know, and in the meantime, I'd already, you know, I'd realized the problem and was starting to try to put the weight back on. So it wasn't like I was immune to it.
But did you feel like you had a problem before somebody even brought it to you?
No, and that's the thing. I felt very strong, very healthy, like I was doing something really cool and positive.
And you were.
And to have everybody tear it down almost made me quit.
And that's the thing, is that people
don't realize what they say, like they did to this girl in the movie. You know, be mindful.
You know, for years I was called skinny, and people are like, "Oh my God, that's like the best compliment you can get." I'm like, "Not for a man, it's not." And you know, same way you wouldn't call somebody fat, you shouldn't necessarily call somebody skinny, because you know, I got to the point where I even Googled what skinny was. I was like, "What is a skinny man?" Like, I want to know. And it was people that didn't look like me, people that were unhealthy, that weren't eating, and I was doing all those, but because of my body shape, and because society thinks the word skinny is an acceptable descriptive term,
right?
You know, and it made me feel bad for a long time. And then when I started finally, you know, really lifting heavier weights, you know, the conversation changed, and I'm like, I really haven't changed much. And it's just those key words. I think just people really just need to take a few more moments and just think about what you're saying to somebody, and if you don't even know their story, where they come from.
So, and that was something we were talking about earlier, is being vulnerable. So, you know, I think if people could understand that everybody has their own insecurities. I don't care if you were a size 2 or if you were a size 22. There is something that you beat yourself up over, or that you look in the mirror and go, "Oh, I know." Every day I'm like, "Oh God, there's another wrinkle. Damn it!" But you know, so you have to think about that and understand that being real and being who you are, that's what attracts people. And you know, there's a woman that I trained that I didn't know very well, and really didn't think that she wanted to know me very well. And one day she asked me if I'd work out with her, and the next thing you know, we're really good friends. And part of that is because she said, you know, she was willing to let me see. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you know, here's what I want to work on. I'm really insecure about this." And I'm looking at her and thinking, "Gosh, you know, there's really not a lot wrong with you. You're really pretty. You look great." But she had her things she wanted to work on, like every single person does. Yeah. And so I think we have to really be careful the stories that we tell ourselves about other people. We don't know their story.
And the people that you choose to listen to.
Exactly.
You know, because people feel like we need to be accepted by everybody. I'm guilty of this. I am.
I used to be.
You know.
I just don't care.
Dust on my shoulder. But, you know, we feel like we have to make everybody happy. We have to please everybody, and that can be that can drive you crazy.
Mhm.
It can be so stressful, and so just don't worry about that.
Because you're not
Fine.
gonna. It's
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
no.
One of my girlfriends used to tell me when I was really down about this kind of stuff, and she'd say, "You know what?" She said, "You can be the. I love this. You can be the. She said, ripest, juiciest peach in the drawer, and there will always be somebody who doesn't like peaches."
Yeah,
Like, you know what?
that's true.
That's true. And so whenever I start to get down about, why doesn't somebody like me, or what am I doing wrong?
Think of peaches.
I do think of peaches. I'm like, maybe I just don't like peaches.
Yeah, and that's why as I'm getting older, my group of friends is just going like it's shrinking. But it's cool because it's like the people that I truly value and share my values and things that I see as important. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
And they're supportive, and I'm supportive of them, and that's key. Is you don't have to please 100 people as long as you are happy with yourself.
And you're not hurting anybody else.
Right.
Or yourself. I
Right.
mean, but yeah, I think just being able to be real with people and
Mhm.
being careful of what you say to them and doing things for the right reasons. I mean, if you we're not saying don't. If you're, a 45-year-old woman and you want to get Botox, you want to get a facelift, you want to get, anything done, do it if it makes you feel. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
the point. The point is do it for the right reasons.
Do it
Don't
for
do it
you.
because
Do it for
you want a group to accept you or you
Yeah.
want a certain man to ask you out, whatever it is. I mean, and same with you. I mean, in your community. I mean, don't put yourself out there.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Um,
I'm definitely looking at it differently from when I was like, 18 to 30 versus now 30, almost 35 and up. I'm definitely, it's definitely, my mind's a different place, and I'm very happy with what I'm doing and who I am, and I have a partner that supports me and someone I love, and my family supports me and loves me, and that's what matters, and it's just be you, and it reminds me of a quote at the end of the movie that I really like to know is, everybody should have little girl confidence.
I love that.
When we were kids, you run around with your shirt off, you dance into whatever song is on, you're enjoying life, you don't care what people think about you.
You don't know to be insecure. Yet.
Right. And so just have the mentality of just do you. As long as you're not hurting yourself, hurting anybody else, just do you. And not everyone's gonna get you, and that's fine.
Because at the end of the day, you're the person, when you look in the mirror every morning, you're the person you have to live with. And you have to see the reflection looking back at you and know that that's a good person.
And like one of my new role models, Miss Mama Ruth, says at the end of every show, if you can't love yourself,
How the hell are you gonna
the
love anybody
hell?
else?
Exactly, and that's so true.
It is true.
Yeah, I mean,
Wise words from a drag queen.
what'd you say?
I said wise words from a drag queen.
Oh, they said, "Where's my drag queen?" I was like, I don't know. And I mean, just to summarize it, do you be happy? Watch what you say to people, and just stay early and be happy. Love your life.
Be confident.
Yeah, and check out the movie with
Yes,
Amy
it's
Schumer.
so good. It really is.
Yeah,
It's a great message.
it
It's
is
a little
great.
campy, but it's a good
It's
message.
funny. It's
Yeah.
really funny. So check it out. Let us know what you think about it. Put some comments down here.
Don't fall off your bike at Joyride and hit your head.
Or Lifetime.
Or a lifetime.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. We'll check y'all later.
Bye.